Okay, starting. Good morning folks. Welcome to the CRO Show episode 13. We're going to be talking about some Crypto.com news, a bit of overall market news and fundamental analysis. I'm back in Thailand, so first stream being here. The stream's actually on Tuesday today, I believe. I think it'll be Monday evening for you folks watching out there. Bitcoin and the general markets are pumping. So just bear with me a moment. Gonna make sure everything is online okay, and I think my audio should be a little bit better this morning, so if you folks have any comments about how the audio is looking, then do let me know. So I appear to have a few of you online, so thanks for tuning in, guys. If you've got any questions about the markets and things like that, or anything about Crypto.com, whether it be related to NFTs or news like that specifically, then please hit me up in the chat and say hello. It's about, what's the time here? I think it's about just before 7 a.m. here in Bangkok in Thailand. So I'm just in a little studio Airbnb apartment, just been here for the last couple of nights and just here for a few more hours before we head off north to our more permanent place where we're going to be staying for a couple of weeks. So I do have my wife and Karina in the background just packing and doing a few things. So yeah, I do apologise if there's a bit of noise from Asia, my daughter. She might do a bit of crying and things like that, like any regular baby. So just be patient with me. Hopefully you don't think it's too unprofessional. What's going on, Zarino? Thanks for jumping in the chat, mate. And yeah, sorry guys, obviously the stream's normally on the Sunday evening, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I might possibly also do it at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, because 5:30 Eastern Standard Time is about 4:30 a.m. in the morning, which is not too bad. I don't mind necessarily getting up at 4:30, but it's just whether or not 5 is a bit more suitable for you guys or not. I think a few of you said last week that I think it was 6 p.m. for you folks was actually a little bit better. How's it going, Nomad with guitar? What NFT I buy now under 5 ETH? Yeah, look, there are a lot of NFTs for sale. A lot of the general NFT market has really just taken a bit of a pummeling, hasn't it? Just all over the scale, really. I mean, Loaded Lines is one collection, I think specifically in Kronos, that hasn't been affected too much in terms of that floor dropping below $1,000 US, which I think is really good. But yeah, if we're talking like Blur, OpenSea based, Ethereum based NFTs, then a lot of them are getting absolutely spanked. So I think definitely the broader altcoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum markets are definitely performing a lot better today than the NFT markets more broadly. Probably less about the Crypto.com NFTs though. So yeah, the NFTs are in a proper, their floor just keeps getting lower and lower, but they're always the riskiest asset class. And I think what's happening is, as markets are pumping with relation to probably BTC and Ethereum really, bar maybe a few altcoins, maybe some meme coins like Pepe, I believe people are looking at that and going, Ethereum's almost at around $2,000. We can just check the price here. CoinGecko. Yeah, so even 5.6% up for the last 7 days, 0.1 for the last hour, and 0.8 still up for the last 24 hours after a pretty significant pump yesterday Ethereum had versus BTC. I think it actually did maybe an extra 2 or 3, maybe not 4%. I think it was like 2 to 3% even more than Bitcoin Ethereum actually did. Doesn't look like it was able to break through that $2,000 level. But if we just go ahead and have a quick look here, just a quick look at the candlesticks here, it does seem just to be climbing, continuing to climb. Okay, I don't know why that, bloody adverts. Yeah, so if we go and have a look at what's been going on for the last 30 days, as you can see, setting higher lows here, so, without getting too in-depthly into it there, on the 16th of June, hit a low of 1638, then we hit another one roughly here on the 21st of June at 1719. Markets continued to climb, got rejected a couple of times here, 1-2, before that third rejection, sending it back down to what could have easily turned into more, I guess, a bit of bearish momentum to the downside, hitting that low of 1837. But after that, we just bashed through a couple more peaks here, and that's virtually taking us to today's price, where it's just kind of hovering above that 1900, isn't it? Almost kind of just trying to push that, definitely what is a psychological resistance at 2000, but I think for sure, you know, Ethereum breaking and holding through that $2,000 level is extremely significant, not just for Ethereum, but the entire cryptocurrency markets, Chronos as well, definitely. You know, it's definitely going to have an impact, Ethereum performance on the altcoins as well. And you also got to remember, you know, as Ethereum and Bitcoin pump more, it's going to, I guess, maybe encourage people to start reinvesting in altcoins, which have been getting spanked as well, comparatively. You know, maybe not as much as NFTs. I'm not sure exactly how you could draw that comparison, but, you know, it's without a doubt that BTC and Ethereum have definitely been leading the way on that front, which is, yeah, it's better than nothing, I suppose. So, yeah, thanks for getting in the stream today, guys. Again, just let me know if there's anything you want me to hit up. Let's move on maybe to this first little bit of news here. So, yeah, I didn't actually realize this, but Crypto.com been around for about 7 years now. So they're having their 7th anniversary. Hashtag CrowFan. Hashtag 7 years strong of non-stop building, and we're still just getting started. We're grateful for your support and are proud to be on this journey with you. So, yeah, really, really good. You know, I started investing in Crow from, you know, I believe it was 2018. So I guess that's about 5 years ago now. So, yeah, I thought 7 years. I guess if they go back, maybe MCO goes back an extra couple of years. That'd have to be going back to prior to 2017, though. So I got into the market at the end of 2017. But yeah, no, fantastic. You know, whatever, take it, folks. You know, 7 years, not technically for CRO, but I suppose just as an MCO to CRO. All right, it's still quite significant. Okay, they transitioned into Crow, and yeah, being there from around 2018 and through the ups and downs, and you know, overall really enjoyed the experience of being with Crypto.com. Don't use the benefits of the card anymore. That's what originally got me into the project, but yeah, really happy to be a part of what they're developing and an ambassador of the actual project as well, which is good. Okay, so just moving on quickly. So there was a lot of speculation about SEC Chairman Gary Gensler actually maybe resigning or being fired, but as far as I can find out, this was just some AI generated fake news. So, you know, whether that's fortunate or unfortunate, you know, I'm not really sure. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, Gensler is the front man, but, you know, he is not, you know, he's the puppet, guys, as far as I'm concerned. Gensler's the puppet. The strings are being pulled by others behind the scenes. So, you know, there needs to be a kind of like a revamp of the entire system, which won't just happen from Gary Gensler resigning or being fired. You know, just because that happens doesn't just mean the whole ship kind of collapses. You know, perhaps it is a bit of a step in the right direction because it kind of gives confirmation of certain things, you know, at what is kind of like an interesting crossroads in times in the market, getting a lot of, you know, regulatory applications and approvals through the ETFs and everything like that, such as BlackRock and all of the other companies, institutions, you know, that were kind of following suit. But then on top of that as well, you know, we've got markets pumping as well on almost any news at the moment. Got Bitcoin halving coming next year. That's approaching. Bull market typically has occurred historically a year post that as well. So yeah, it's kind of hard to know what will really happen here, but yeah, crazy, because I actually saw a video pop up with Gensler's face, and I think it was a YouTube video, and it actually looked very realistic. I immediately thought, wow, he's actually resigned or retired, but I'll actually have to have a bit more of a further look into that myself. All right. Let's move on to the next bit of news to see if you guys got any extra questions in the comments or anything like that. Thanks for being on the stream, guys. If you're here, apologies, the CRO Show wasn't on Sunday, 5:30 to 6 p.m, around that kind of time, Eastern Standard Time as usual. But yeah, we're just running an off-the-cuff show just from an Airbnb apartment we're staying in Bangkok, Thailand. So, and again, apologies if there's a bit of background noise, just a small studio apartment here. So my wife's just getting Asia and a few other things ready for the day. So do have some patience with me. I'll have sort of a separate setup for the coming stream, which will be this Sunday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time as well. So let's have a bit of a look at a little bit of interesting news here from June 27th. All right, so still a few days ago. We're going to cover it anyway. Crypto.com to establish global innovation lab to advance blockchain, Web3 and AI projects. So AI, things like ChatGPT have taken the world by storm. You know, we were just talking about how there was some fake news on Gensler and how I very much believed it from surface value without actually having a look into it. So, you know, AI is something that is going to continually be developed whether we like it or not. Okay, that's kind of up to you, but you know, there's certainly going to be a lot of pros and cons that come with that. With that, there's going to be a lot of people that are probably going to get very rich from AI-based publicly traded companies and cryptocurrency projects as well. So let's just have a bit of a look and see what's going on with this article. So let's have a look here and see. The new Global Innovation Lab will actively experiment with frontier technologies and explore new ventures with strategic partners and hackathons to identify novel applications of blockchain, Web3 and AI. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so something about Crypto.com, you know, they're always prepared to move right into what's trending, what's happening in the space, all right? They're not afraid to, you know, just jump into whatever's going on. And that's really, really good to see. They're very easy to adapt and they've got the resources really to actually be able to do that, which is good. Yeah, nice. The next little bit of news, just a little competition here. So Alexander the Great Volkanovski, whether you're into the UFC or not, the UFC celebrating 30 years of activity. It would be pretty awesome to get these signed pair of gloves. So I haven't actually personally entered into this competition myself, but folks, if you're watching this stream, then I'd highly recommend you try and enter in to win this, because even if you don't like the UFC, these gloves from Alexander Volkanovski, they will be worth a lot of money today and also tomorrow and in the future if you can actually go ahead and grab a pair. So I think it's pretty easy to enter. Just go ahead and have a quick look here. I think there's going to be a tweet there on the actual Twitter page or on Instagram. Okay, you got to like the post and retweet the post on Twitter. Follow Crypto.com on Twitter or Crypto.com official on Instagram. You're going to fill out this form right here. If you guys want to enter, I don't get any kickbacks from this either, guys. I'm just, you know, trying to get one of you guys to win a pair of these gloves if you can be bothered filling out the form. So I think it's 10 unique entrants will be randomly selected to receive the UFC Fight Pass subscription, and one entrant will randomly be selected to get the signed UFC Fight Gloves giveaway items. So pretty cool. Might drop that one in the chat just there so you guys can get involved if you like. Excellent. Yeah, guys, so get involved in that competition there. Yeah, no worries, Sereno. Will do, champ, will do. Yeah, so I had a bit of a look at the Ethereum news there, which is good. Might just move back on to just a quick look at the broader markets before we move on to a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, okay. So BTC maybe is having its day today. Ethereum had its go yesterday. Ethereum had its go yesterday. Bitcoin looks like it's having a bit of a crack today, isn't it? 1.7 up for the last 24 hours according to CoinGecko, 0.2 for the last hour. But as you can see here, 7-day period, I should say. It's on a 2.9 versus a 5.1 on the Ethereum, and that will be largely due to yesterday's pump. Russell Ethereum performing very, very well. Now this is great. The fact that Bitcoin's broken above 31,000 is absolutely fantastic. Bitcoin is the main driver in the market. We need Bitcoin to be pumping to allow for CRO and any of our other favorite altcoins to also be pumping as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the market reacts to this news of Bitcoin hurdling above 31,000. Folks, it really wasn't that long ago where we were looking at a $25,000 BTC barely holding that support. I think it was roughly 2 weeks ago, possibly even less, somewhere around that time, 2 weeks ago. BTC was around $25,000 holding that major level of support there. That's kind of like that psychological level of support as well. If it was to break down through there, then who knows? A lot of analysts were saying that we could test $20,000, which who knows what that would have really meant for the markets overall. But the fact that it's up at 31,130 now, I think is very, very bullish looking forward. XRP up 2.1 for the last 7 day. Go down. Cardano's even up 5.9. Even that's having a bit of a move. Dogecoin doing a very similar thing as well, up 5.9 for the last 7 days too. Litecoin 22.2%. I actually tried to get out of my Litecoin position, but I was thinking about that, but I didn't do it. I think I own one Litecoin. Solana as well. Good to see Solana pumping. They came under a lot of scrutiny in the last sort of 3 months or so, I think. 3 to 6 months. Up 17.3. Polygon as well. Yeah, so as we can see, Bitcoin Cash 26.9. Polkadot 6.1. Shiba Inu not moving too much. But as we can see here, folks, like a lot of this movement here is just slowly flowing back into the altcoins a little bit. So it's not a lot considering the dump we actually had, but not too bad. Not too bad. CRO's over here at 39. Unfortunately, CRO just has not really been moving that aggressively in the last 7 days though, unfortunately. As we'll just go and have a look at CRO at the moment. Okay. Alright guys, so let's have a look. So CRO, look, at least we're sitting above 4 cents, a little bit closer to 6 cents, down 0.1 for the last 24 hours. Let's check out the candlesticks, see what they're doing on the 7 day period there. So setting some higher highs slowly in 3 segments here across kind of like the last 7 days on the Japanese candlestick. Friday the 30th, we hit that high of 55877 cents before getting rejected that second time, but still setting that higher high at 0.056777 cents there before hitting another high here on the 2nd of July at 0.057641 cents here before not breaking through that low there at 0.056374 cents, and after that really it's just been kind of a bit of boring consolidation all here and through this period here, and losing a little bit of rank there on CoinGecko, so again, like I mentioned quite regularly, folks, CRO, it's one of those ones where it's, trying to imagine it getting above 10 cents is very difficult. It just seems like it hasn't really moved much at all in the last year, and because it hasn't, we were kind of trying to break through 7 cents for some time, almost got down to around sort of below 4 cents, but just a lot of boring price movement in between these prices. So, I've kind of gotten past the days of trying to make too many outlandish speculations about the short to medium term movements of CRO. Definitely in the long term, based on everything they're building, the fundamentals, guys, everything that they're doing behind the scenes, the regulations, the regulatory clarity, at least from their end, and what they're providing for regulatory bodies to come in and basically say, all right, seeing what these projects are doing. And, Crypto.com is up there very much on an international level. So, yeah, it's overall very, very positive, I think, and I think it's something that we should, be very optimistic about going forward for sure. Alrighty, folks. So I had a bit of a look at CRO. Alright, let's go ahead and have a bit of a look at some of these NFT collections, see how they've been performing. We'll have a bit of a look at the Expedition gear. Floor price is still around $8. I think it was October, was it October the 8th? We got the official clarity on the launch of Main City, I think it was. But yeah, there hasn't been a hell of a lot of movement with the price of these Expedition packs. We might just go ahead and have a look at the top rarity. Been looking at getting a mythical pack for some time after they came out, but just haven't made the decision yet, haven't officially pulled the trigger. 478 NFTs available. Ooh, actually, we've seen a very small rise actually on the floor price of these. I think they were sitting a little closer to $600, so people are buying up. And the floor below $700 US is very thin, and this is just a primary example of an NFT collection within the Crypto.com ecosystem that is holding its value compared to NFTs on OpenSea, on Ethereum chain. So two below that $700 level. And yeah, not too many available. I don't know how many are actually listed here. Yeah. But you know, $700 for a top tier NFT where there's only 478 in the entire collection, which is going to give you some serious added bonus, I would think, in the launch of the Main City game. I think it's possibly worth it, guys. I think it's possibly worth a shout. Let's go down and have a look at the legendaries, see what they're priced at the moment. So the overall number jumps up to 1,926 with it, which is, you know, one hell of a significant jump there. $110 they're priced at, which I think is an absolute bargain if I'm honest. So I don't have any of those either. I think maybe I got one epic. Got some rares and some starters and one epic, yeah. These are actually priced pretty fairly as well. Yeah, the price just drops down massively when you go and have a look at some epics. $39. And then the rares get a hell of a lot lower at around $13, $14. Yeah, super low. Yeah, and we jump into starters, they're around $9 as well. Nice one. So yeah, loaded lines still sitting at 1.2k. Yes, Sereno, nice man. Yeah, good on you. I don't think, well, that's good, man. That's good. I hope you get those signed USC gloves, mate. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a good collectible or something that you can sell. That'd be worth a hell of a lot, I reckon, if you get them on eBay. Yeah, man, I'm super envious, mate. That mythical NFT, that's a great pickup. Oh, Rare Land. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, you know, I like it. I definitely, you know, for whoever's holding Rare Land, I think it's a great shout. Sure. The old First Frontier, we'll see how that's holding up as well. Yeah, so again, even the First Frontier mythical lands, they're holding up at a really good price. Just under 4k for the cheapest plot at the moment at $3,895 US. Just with 249 collectibles, so, you know, it's just hard to know. It's hard to know. I mean, how is the game going to be when it comes out? It would be nice to have that playable version, but we're going to find out pretty quickly. I think there's going to be some serious movement, at least in the short to medium term, up or down on all of these NFTs, loaded lions, cyber cubs, the land, the packs, based on probably just the earnings and how hard or easy it is to actually earn on the game and actually get that money into cash for people to use. Because at the end of the day, let's put it this way, I think most people, I would say, at least within the Crypto.com ecosystem, that are going to be playing this game firsthand, are going to be more interested in the earning potential rather than the gaming experience, whereas the general blockchain gaming sentiment, or the direction that a lot of projects are trying to go, well, now and have been for a little while, is, focus on the quality of a really great game first, and then, oh yeah, if you can earn a little bit of money too, then good on ya, which is, that's just the way it's going. I definitely think that the game's important. It needs to be fun, because otherwise people are not going to play for a sustainable amount of time, and then the earnings are going to always suffer in the long term anyway, and then it essentially just becomes like a bit of a disguised rug pull, which I don't really like, But I've obviously got the bias of being a gamer, but but I totally understand people want to make their money, and absolutely I do as well. Even though I am into gaming outside of blockchain, I still would rather have better earning and have less fun on the game, but have better earning on playing main city. You know what I mean? Rather than have a better gaming experience but earning less, if that makes sense. So that's just where it's at the moment for sure. So so if you then go ahead and think about people who are not like me, who are just investors, or maybe they're just pretty out there already. It's pretty speculative already to be an investor, or whatever you want to call it, a holder of loaded lions, cyber cubs, land. Already highly speculative in respect of what's going on within the broader Crypto.com ecosystem. You've got people that are within the Crypto.com ecosystem, CRO investors, who would look at other CRO investors who are also invested in the NFTs and think it's just a total scam, it's a total rug pull. But it's not my opinion at all. I think most of it is, for sure, but it's no different to how most of the altcoins are just garbage, pretty much. It's all very, very highly speculative. And it doesn't mean that loaded lines are not highly speculative either. They are. But, as I've discussed in a video probably close to a year ago now, I think the risk to reward ratio is very good on the reward side compared to the risk of, well, it's about $1,200 right now. If you've seen Bored Apes, I think it down maybe close to 30 Ethereum, maybe even under 30 Ethereum now, but they got up to over 100 Ethereum floor price. So they're both 10K collections. Who's to say that loaded lions can't even do a quarter of that? They do a quarter of what Bored Apes do in terms of their all-time high floor price. You look at a 25 Ethereum, even a tenth of it, that's still 10 Ethereum of what is, at the moment, you're paying about roughly half an Ethereum for a loaded lion. So, I'm able to have a bit more of that perspective, specifically on the NFTs, Chronos versus Ethereum, because I've got some Ethereum-based NFTs as well, and I've been trading in that space for a bit too. So yeah, that's why I think, Oh yeah, absolutely. 700 plus lions. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, that's the trouble, Zareno, isn't it? Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think the whales are going to eat the game. And that's the fear, having it exploited in that way. And that's just what happens, or what has been happening, I should say, with the few amount of games that have been coming out like this. But yeah, if there's peeps out there with 700 plus lions, then I don't know too specifically about how much having 1 versus 5 versus 10 versus 700 lions is going to impact the actual game itself. Hopefully it's designed in a way where it won't have too much tremendous impact, but I guess it's hard to say. We won't actually know for sure for some time. Alright guys, so just moving on. Probably run this stream for just a little bit longer. So I've got to get packing and get ready to actually move on to my next destination soon. But I just wanted to get a little episode out before next time. Just having a look at a little tweet here, just touching on Pepe meme as well. So now really more specifically, if you are a meme coin investor, if we have a look at the 7-day percentage period, Pepe, you got a 63 rank here, a market cap at not even 1 billion, guys, 707 million, so still under a billion market cap here. Okay, you got a 4.5 billion market cap with SHIB, you got 9.6 with Doge. All right, so I'll leave the question with you guys. You know, who do you think is going to run in the next bull? My money's on Pepe, I reckon, versus SHIB and Doge. I don't know if Pepe will flip them, but it's certainly not going to go the opposite direction. I don't think. There's already I think all of the FUD is already priced in. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Nice one. Yes. All right. I think that's more or less it, guys, in terms of the news that we were kind of planning on covering today. I'll have a quick look at... bring up the Cyber Cubs as well, and we'll have a look at the loaded lines, just have a bit of a look through the actual NFTs themselves, see if there's anything of value on the floor there. And then I think we'll probably wrap up after that one, folks. Let's have a bit of a look-see here. Got a pretty good rarity on the floor here with an okay aesthetic. Don't love the hat. 4,996 rarity on the floor at 1,200. Not too bad. Got a very strong rarity here at 2534, loaded line 9687, sitting at 1250 on the floor here. That could be a bit of a floor pickup for anyone who's looking to enter the market. Don't mind the aesthetic, don't love the hat, but everything else is okay. He's kind of got the black skin and the black t-shirt doubling up there, which is pretty good. Let's have a look at what makes this fella rare. Okay, so it's the background at a 2% on that, and the panda body as well, and maybe just like the combination. Cool. Hey, I like this guy, he's cool. I like that olive background, it's pretty nice actually. Pretty nice indeedy. Got one for to match my own current NFT. I really like that background there. Not a great rarity, but I like the aesthetic on this one. It's pretty nice. Starting to get a little pricier now. Nice rarity on this fella here at 2916. Yeah, so a few lines on the floor. Yeah, so I guess if I was probably to pick one, yeah, I reckon that this guy here, oh, where is he? This one? That's a 99. Yeah, this guy. I think this guy's the steal right now at 1250. We're already 2534 at the moment for sure. That's a definite steal there. Let me know if you guys got any lines you want me to check out in the stream. Maybe you picked up another one, or maybe you're looking at getting into the market for some more lines. Yeah, good collection. Who knows what they're capable of in the bull, guys. One big downside though, Zarino actually touched on this in the chat though. The unique ownership has dropped down. I think we're actually a bit closer, just I think at about 42.24% there on the unique ownership. So yeah, ideally I like to see that up at least around 50%. It's pretty rare to see too many collections with a better unique ownership than 50%. So it's not like horrible, but it's not great either. Especially given the fact that we've got the game coming up and we don't know how big the impact is going to be of having so many loaded lines. Hopefully it's not ridiculous, but yeah, I guess we'll just kind of see in terms of the perks and everything like that. But who knows? Maybe they got strategy for this. Maybe they've got it worked out. You know, it's hard to know because there's not a huge amount of information that's out on this game yet, really, is there? There just isn't. So yeah, it's you know, very hard to know. Very hard to know indeed. Yeah, pretty good price for the rarity, isn't it? Alrighty. Alright, so I think we'll just move on and have a quick look at the old Cyber Cubs here. Let's go. Yeah, the Cyber Cub floor's down quite a bit as well at $165 US. See if there's any good rarities on the floor here too. Got this little weasel sitting here at 3639 at 188. It's a pretty good steal in terms of rarity. Yeah, not a hell of a lot of good rarity on offer on the Cyber Cub floor from what we could see. This guy's pretty nice. Not a great rarity, but I like the aesthetic on this guy. He's been working for a bit too long in the mines. It's one weird thing I find about the Cyber Cub collection. I don't love the way the collection looks generally on like as a whole, but definitely all of like the NFTs almost feel, you know, they look like a lot closer to potentially being one of ones really. So I like this guy. I think they got a lot of properties, right? It's pretty cool. I'd probably take him if I could off the floor. Yeah, it's going to be great when I can jump in and have a test of that game. Yeah, for sure. Alright guys, been running for about 37 minutes. I was planning to run this one for about 30 minutes this morning. I've got to shoot off to another place in Thailand today. But yeah, if you jumped in the stream and you haven't hit the like button yet, then make sure you smack it up, guys. We'd really appreciate that. And going to be back running the CRO Show episode 14 this week. Again, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I think that's a better time generally given the information that's come through the polls for all of you guys out there. So, but yeah, so for whoever's here though, really appreciate you being in the stream today. Been a good little morning just catching up with you guys, and I wanted to just make sure that I actually ran it. Make sure you jump into that competition for the Volkanovski gloves if you haven't already, so someone can have a chance at winning that. Yeah, cheers Arena, appreciate you being here and keeping the chat active, mate. Nomad with guitar, thanks for being in the stream as well. Appreciate you, buddy. And yeah, folks, have a good one. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll catch you in this week's videos and next week's stream. Take care now.